So today we're looking at the problem Special Array 2, which was featured in Weekly Contest 398. So the question reads, an array is considered special if every pair of its adjacent elements contains two numbers with different parity. So here they're not very clear on what parity means, but parity basically means odd or even, right? So an array is special if the parity of each adjacent element is different. So here, this is odd, this has to be even, this has to be odd, this has to be even, etc. So we're also given an array of integer nums, which is our array we're looking at. And then we're given queries, and queries is going to be a range that we're looking over. So here you see query 0, 2, 2, 3. So basically what we have to do is say for each of these queries, look at that range in our nums. So here it'd be 0 to 2, 4, 3, 1, and we have to determine if that subarray is special. So here it's false because 3 and 1 are adjacent and they have the same parity. For 2, 3, we just have 1 and 6, which have different parities, so that's true. So essentially what we need to do for each query, go through the subarray that this is telling us and see if this is a special subarray. So let's look at an example a bit closer. So here we have the queries 0, 2, and 2, 3. So one brute force kind of option that we can do is just for every query, go through the range and look at adjacent elements and see if there are any that have the same parity. If they do, we can just return false. Otherwise, we return true. So here, let's look at 0 to 2. So 4 and 3 have different parities, but 3 and 1 do have the same parity, so this would be false. So let's look at 2 and 3. So now we have 1 and 6. These two have different parities, and we're done, so that would be true. So we could do this, but unfortunately, for each query Q, we would have to potentially go through the entire array N. So our time complexity would be O of Q times N. So this is not really the optimal solution, and we can do a bit better. So what if for each Q, and we have to go through Q because we need to know these answers, what if we're able to determine if this range is special or not in constant time? So what we can do is actually use prefix sum. So the way we do that is we start with an array of all zeros. And what this tells us is at this point, how many non-special pairs have we seen? So a non-special pair would be something like this, 3 and 1. These have the same parity, and that means that we know that this cannot be special, and we want to record this instance. So let's just do this exercise and go through. So here we have 0, start of the array. So now we compare 3 to the element right behind it. These are different parities, so we move on. Here we have 1 and 3. These are the same parity. So here we have to update this and say, at this point, we have one pair that has the same parity. Likewise, we come here, these are different parities, so we just carry this value over without adding anything to it. So what can we do with this array? Well, if we now take these queries, we're able to tell if this is special or not in constant time. So how we do that is say, let's look at the start element here, 0, and the ending element 2. So given this prefix array, how can we tell if this is special or not? Well, if the value here is different than the value here, it means that at some point in this range, we've seen a non-special pair. And as soon as we know there's a non-special pair, we know that this is false and this is not a special subarray. Likewise, if we come here, 2 and 3, we'll see, okay, start at 2, we have 1. At 3, we also have 1, right? So since these are the same value, we know that no non-special pairs have occurred in this range, so we can just return true. So here we do a bit of pre-processing just to get this prefix sum array, and what this allows us to do is decrease the time complexity to O of Q plus N, right? Because we're only going through this N array one time, and then we're just going through these Q queries and being able to get the answer in constant time. So let's hop over to the code and see exactly how this works. So the first thing we do is set up our prefix array. We're just going to start with all the elements being 0 and have this be the same size as our nums. Then we're going to go through all the elements from 1 to the end of the array and say if the parity is the same as the element before, then we're going to take whatever was in the previous spot and just add 1 to that. Otherwise, just carry over that same value. Then we set up our answer array. Then for each query, we're just going to go through and see if the starting element in our prefix array is the same as the ending element. It means that no non-special pairs have occurred, and we can say that's true. If these are different, we'll just append false to our answer array and be able to tell pretty quickly. So let's submit and see if this works. And it does. So hopefully this was helpful, and thank you for watching.